3669 is not just a mahjong line, it is an address here on Old Trail Lane in Powhatan. $950,000 gets you this 8-year young farmhouse. I love the white clapboard siding. I really love that on this nice deep porch you have lights and this woodwork at the top. These stained pillars are very excellent. They're not just somebody stained it, it matches and it coordinates. It's the same color from the distance as the door, even though the material is probably different. We have not wood, but it is a composite decking in a brownish gray. Love this. Let's just start with this next door. Shed is temporary during the build is what the sign says. And there's a 180-foot long privacy fence, 6 feet tall, to help distract you from the fact that next door, after they finish the detached garage, which is behind the shed, someone will be building a house. So until then, there's a little bit of construction and there's a fence that's along that side. There's 2 entries here, coming in the one on the right, which, oh my goodness, brings us into this cozy, cozy area. Formal dining room on my left. I love the detail. Again, this house is 8 years young, so it has a look and a feel of new construction, but someone's lived here in the past, so they've done things like put up blinds in the windows. They've added it's not beadboard, but they've added this detail around the dining room. It's not builder grade paint. It's a little bit, it's going to have more character than that. You can see that this dining room table seats 6 across, and you can still put someone at the head of the table. They're going to be close to the window, but you could scooch this table out a little bit and it could go right into the living area. Speaking of living area, this is lovely. It's very open concept. I'm going to start over here on the left. I'm not sure why I started on the left because it keeps coming around to this other double door. The other front door, I'm a sucker for wood doors and for a double door. I always wanted double doors in my house. Haven't had it yet, but there's still time. This side of the foyer is really large and welcoming, really large, like 10 feet wide, I would say, and 8 to 10 feet deep. There's even a ceiling fan. I love all the lights, lots of canned lights. But when we come into the kitchen, painted cabinets, soft close, subway tile with gray grout, beautiful, probably quartz countertops here, Kraftmade cabinets. There's no pullouts there, but that could be changed. Again, soft close, gas cooking. I like this glass window. That's a nice touch. There's not too much of it, so you could put some decorative pieces in there. And there's too much glass doors, then where are you really going to put the stuff? If you wanted it on display, you wouldn't have cabinets. But maybe that's just me. Another thing I'm really liking right now is this microwave, which is down below the cabinet. Not a drawer microwave, which would be another option, but it is down below the cabinet, so it's not taking up any kind of space visually. A nice farmhouse sink, single sink, nice, deep, wide. And I think that having the fireplace there in the corner is very cozy and lovely, cool. An eat-in area. It looks like the lamp is low, but it's not. There should be a table there, and then it's fine. Holy manoli, yes. I probably should have started in the other direction. But following around to my left, we're going to go down the hall. And I'm going to assume that there we go. Oh, who noticed that? As I walked in, the lights came on. So no light switch, the lights automatically come on. Love this. Spice racks are pre-hung. Look at these commercial grade racks. and pull out for the pantry, this is fabulous. If, however, you wanted to take the metal ones out and put shelving up, there's extra space on both sides. Includes a fire extinguisher. There's outlets in here, which is fabulous because if you want to put your extra crock pots or bread makers, you could even just use this side here as your slow cooking area. And who doesn't love a pocket door? Well, I'll tell you who doesn't love a pocket door. Lots of builders. Not this one though. This builder put pocket doors into the pantry and the laundry room. In addition to this being the laundry room, washer, dryer, hookup, you're going to need to bring one. You have your 2 electrical panels and you have some storage here. I like that hook, that outlet. Look at this, the outlet is up really high. If you wanted, for instance, a steamer, if you iron still, lots of people steam these days instead of iron, you could hang that right there. That's genius. Love that. And that looks like it's an automatic motion sensor for turning lights on. Finally, at the end of this hall, we have a bedroom. This is, I believe, a 4-bedroom house. So this would be a guest bedroom down here. The closet, it looks to me like, based on this closet, this was used as an office. But again, because you have this kind of adjustable shelving, you could just put a rack up and you could put a bar up there and you still have a closet. This is LVP floor. It's a luxury vinyl plank. It probably has a very good durability, waterproof ability, but it is not real wood. It is a luxury vinyl. At the end of the hall here, we have a shower, full bath, walk-in shower, nice wide shower, fiberglass insert. I like the shelving that they've put in there. So instead of that being dead space, you can utilize it because that is your linen closet. Moving around, this is going to take me right outside. Here's another detail that's really nice. Is this, so the bumper, so that you're not going, so you're not going to bang anything. All right, garage. Soft lift master. 2-car garage that's going to more easily, it's going to make 1 car happy. You're going to be pressed to put 2 cars in here only because of the way it's configured. You could do it, but you do have this detached garage, and I do not know if I have keys for that yet. I would imagine that it's locked. Yes, it is. I will get keys. But there's a covered walkway from the garage to the detached garage, housing here for minimum 1 car or tractors, etc. Utility sink. Now, we are out in central Powhatan, so welcome to well water that needs all kinds of assistance. So we have a salt tank that has salt in it. Then you have your brine, and they have another filter on the water, and you're going to need to do some taking care of your water here. We will learn all about that if this is a house that you are in love with. A little bit of storage under the stairs. A little bit of note, you can see some effervescence along the cinder block. That is normal and natural. We would, however, want to make sure that on the other side, we are taking care. And I only noticed it on the outer wall, not the inner, but you're going to want to take care to make sure that water is flowing away from the house at the foundation area. Okay, remembering that we need to come back to get to the detached garage, coming through the kitchen into this big living area. There's a view of your foyer and dining room. And oh, wow, another fabulous space out here. We have the Trex or composite decking out here in this. I don't even know if you can tell, but this is a screened in area that screens really fine. 2 ceiling fans screened in, and then you have a nice big space out here. Probably 12 by 16, 12 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 16 by 12, yeah. And it comes out to the yard. Over here is your propane tank, your staircase coming down between the garages. And I would expect your well and septic we will continue to look for. Okay, coming in again to the living space. There's your kitchen. I started to the left, so now I will dip through to the right. Behind this little hallway is a really nice sized primary bedroom. Love the 3 windows that overlook the backyard. The logical place to put a bed is on either the interior or exterior wall in between the windows. Nice tall molding along the floor, and a first glimpse at the primary bathroom. Love that center vanity with the drawers and the cabinet space. You have center drawers, 2 individual sinks, small mirrors all in all, but you could put a larger mirror in if you wanted to. I like that makeup mirror that is hanging on the right. And I really think that who would not love to sit in an Epsom soak tub here? That's fabulous. Really lovely. Private loo that includes handrails if you're struggling to get up, and I forget what they're called. Like the shelving, it is wire shelving, but I really like that they are using the adjustable shelving system so that you can raise or lower these racks. Not everybody loves the wiring, but it's here and it's adjustable. And there's even a full-length mirror included. And then the shower, door swings in or out. Handles are right here, easy to access. 2 niches and grab bars if necessary. There is also, by the way, a rain head and the handheld, so you have water spraying at you from almost every direction. All right, let's take a look upstairs and see what we have. One last thing, powder room? No, closet. Deep closet. Look at that. It goes all the way under the stairs. So downstairs, recapping, we have 2 bedrooms and 2 full baths. Formal dining, large living space, fabulous outdoor space, and solid flooring, not in the bedrooms, but in the upstairs foyer, the landing space upstairs. Opposite the stairs, bathroom. Fiberglass tub, insert, private toilet area. Toilet tub is private, dual vanity, painted cabinets. They haven't been painted, they came painted. 2 mirrors, nice space. And then let's start with the bonus room up here. This is like a football field. I'm actually laughing a little bit. So we do have the dormered walls, but wait, there's more that are about 4 feet tall, 3.5-ish, before the bend. And honest to goodness, this is one of the largest rooms I've seen in a really long time. Uh, it's gigantic. That's the only word I have for it. It's huge. Let's look at it from a different direction. There's two closets in here. One of them has the LVP flooring again. The other one still has carpeting. This is like a little child's, happy place where they can have their little campouts right there in that storage closet. And there's still a pull down attic. And here is storage. Um, you can see some of your water piping. It's interesting that there's a 40-gallon water tank. Did we not see a tankless heater downstairs? Because that is a pretty small water tank. I wonder if it is just in use for some things, because it certainly would be smaller than you would think there would be in the house. But I love that even in here in storage, it is conditioned. There's electricity, and there's still the attic. Here's another bedroom. I love the angles that these bedrooms have. It's super cool. Like, this room has a chandelier in it, and look, it's the point over the front of the house, and you can see the angles in the ceiling. And it has these two, not one, but two tall spaces up here. Beautiful window space. Some might think that this could make where would you put a bed a little bit wacky. I would still put it honestly in one of the corners. I'm not a real giant bed under the windows fan. I'm also not a giant bed in the corner fan, but there's plenty of options here. Okay, very good closet. And this other nook. You're not going to want to change this or block this very much because there is a return there. Okay. And then the third bedroom upstairs. Very more classically rectangle, still dormered ceilings, still big closet. If you're contemplating what to do with a bed, you likely have more options here because you have fewer angles. These are really, really nice size rooms. Really nice size rooms. And ceiling fan here. There was not a ceiling fan in the front bedroom because we had that chandelier. And were there ceiling fans in, and there's not ceiling fans in the football stadium, which is what I'm going to call that room because it's just gigantic. All right. As we wrap up here and I carefully descend the stairs, I'm going to look for the key to go to the garage. If I can get it out of the front door. Here we go. And let's go back outside. I love the pattern on the brick in the sidewalk. It's a terrific detail. Remember, the construction is not forever. Again, you have this leading to the backyard. Double lock on the detached garage. Here we go. And voila, it is a garage. There's no upstairs. You probably could put some flooring in and have additional space up there, but I like that there's lots of electrical here. There's two different doors, so you really have space to keep 3 cars inside a garage, and there is still plenty of space for additional vehicles in the driveway. We'll look at the little lizard that just comes with country living. Poor critters probably got stuck. You better scoot over here while the door is still open. There's your water in the front, and I have not located where the septic is in the back, but I would imagine it is someplace in the backyard if the water is there in the front. If this is of interest, please let me know and we will take it from there. Thanks.